Hello everybody, I hope you are all doing well. Today I'm going to explain a topic that linked to teaching methodologies. In specific, I'm going to mention the way of teaching, especially by Algerian teachers. They focus on translation, it means translation to the Arabic language, for students who never dealt with English before, especially in the middle school. This way, they believe is the efficient to improve the learning capacity or the learning ability of the learners. But in reality, the sufficient way is by using the English language only. So entirely you are going to speak in English in order to improve the language. Translation will not be beneficial in most cases because students or pupils they will depend totally on translation as a way to comprehend or to understand the language, the English language. What I'm going to provide certain or several arguments in order to support or to improve my point of view. First of all, the methodology that I'm focusing about is the translation methods of way as a way of teaching. So it is called translation method as a way or methodology methods to learn English language. Most of teachers, if not saying all, believe that translation method is beneficial. I already said that. I said that at the beginning of this interview. But I believe in contrast. Okay, the translation method is not the way to learn English, especially for beginners. You might say how you are going to teach beginner pupils or students. Okay, beginner. And beginner students, how I'm going to teach them? You're going to teach them by non-verbal aspects. So we have the non-verbal or communication. So non-verbal communication is indirect communication. It means you are going to speak or to communicate with your student by using gestures or hint for something. For example, if I say, this is a marker, this is a marker, okay? They understand this is called marker in English, okay? If I'm going to point at something, for example, a book, I'm going to say, this is a book, so you are hinting to a student directly. You can use visual aids, pictures, etc. So we have what? We have gestures, okay? Pictures, and what? We have gestures, pictures, visual aids, etc. And the rest of visual aids. This is how we are going to teach English for students. I firmly believe this is the correct way to boost the learning capacity of learners. Why is that? Because it's based on my personal experience. When I was a teacher of secondary school, most of students told us to translate in Arabic because it becomes a habit to them. This is the negative way. It becomes a habit. They do not depend on speaking English. They rely on speaking the Arabic language. So most of teachers, they translate English and make a definition in Arabic, etc. But this is a harmful situation. It's harmful for learners. It will not improve them. In any different ways. They will not improve. None. In listening, they will not improve in listening, in speaking or reading, or the rest of skills. They will not improve in anything. You have to speak in English, entirely in English, using the non-verbal aspect conveniently. Speaking by pointing for something, speaking by hand, etc. This is why I support the non-verbal communication as a way to improve the learning language or the acquisition of the English language. Even if they are beginner and never dealt with the English language, how it's impossible. The possibility of students who cannot understand by non-verbal communication is close to zero. The possibility. So this is why I believe. So they will understand for sure, and I am sure as the wind blows that they will understand the non-verbal communication and they will understand the message. They will understand the delivered message. I'm going to prove to you, I'm going to talk about the basic lesson that every learner has to encounter. I'm talking about the auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. I'm going to teach them, especially for you. I will make sure that you will understand, even if you are not understand English at all, or never experienced or spoke in English before. You are going to listen, and I'm going to explain the verbs, auxiliary verbs to be, to have, and to do, etc. These are verbs. And modal auxiliaries, I'm talking about can, would, will, etc. These are called modal auxiliaries. So I will erase this and explain the lesson, and I am sure you will understand what I'm referring to. So, the basic grammar. I'm going to start with a platform, okay? Platform. In order to understand the language, you need to, after the alphabet, of course, A, B, C, D, etc. You're going to learn this in order to make and form words and phrases. So, the basic grammar. Point auxiliaries. Point. Now, the first thing is to be, to do, and to have. So, be in the future. So, I'm going to explain to you, and even if you understand English, I'm going to explain and use the non-verbal aspect conveniently to make sure that you understand. If you understand, comment below in the comment section, of course. To be is an auxiliary verb, means in the future, to be in the future, and we have three different. You need to memorize them by heart. So the first thing is we have three parts. Be, we have I, means I am. Always we say I am, not I are. Okay, R is for they, we, etc. A is connected with am. I am a teacher, I am something else. Now we move to what? The important one, he, she, and it. He is for a boy, okay, or for a man like me, okay. She is for a girl, and it is for animals or things. Okay? So he, she, it, what? Is. Always is connected to it, she, and he. So it's is. Now we move to another one. We have to talk about plural. You, whether plural or talk about yourself. When you point at something, you. When you want to talk about someone, okay, you. But if you want to talk about, you can also talk about plural things or plural citizens or humans or several peoples. You can talk to them you. So you also can be used in plural forms. So we have you, we have they, we have we, you, they, we, what? Are. So I, this is a plural. I means you are talking about yourself. I am always connected with I. We have he, she, it. He, she, it means he is a boy, she is for a girl. When you talk about a woman or a girl, little baby or little girl or etc. It is for a thing, as I explained before, is for things and animals. It is. Here you, sorry, here you, okay, oh, you it means you, when you talk about someone, you, okay, you are, for example, having interpersonal communication or face-to-face interaction, you are going to talk about him, but this is informal, of course. You go outside, you come here, would you, etc. If you want to talk about numeral people, talk to them by you. You can also use other plural forms. We have they. They means they. You are, for example, passing from a street. You are and you saw several people sitting down, etc. And they are sitting. It means they. Okay, people. Okay, you, they, I. We means we. If you are surrounded by some people, if you are with your friends and you playing games, watching TV, etc., you are going to say we are watching TV, etc. This is the first one. We have to be, I am, he, she, it is, and you, they, we are. Now we move to the next one. We have do. Do. We have did. Okay, did in the past, and we have done. Okay, you did it means to do something. I do play football. So this is a simple sentence. I did my homework for example, yesterday. Did in the past. Done in the future. Sorry, in the future. I'm going to say, I have done my work, or I have done my job, etc. So this is what? This is in the future. This is in the past. This is in the present. Okay, past, future, and this one is present, etc. Now the last one is to have. To have. Have we had. We have has. Okay, and we have and we have had. How we are going to distinguish between them? The first thing is, has always used by what? By it. He. She. Personal pronoun. I, you, he, she, it. Yes, she. She has. You cannot say she have. Have, we say, is can be used only with you, we, they. What else? I, when you talk about yourself. I. So has, it has, she has, he has, and she has. You have, we have you, we, they, I. Had is the past simple. So we have the past simple is had, the past participle had, had. Had is in the past. Used with what? He had. Okay, so had is used in the past. You can use by you had, we had, they had, etc. Or he had, because the past can work with all of them. With all of them. For example, I'm going to say is an example of the first one. She has a book, for example, as a simple sentence. Okay? She is what? The subject. Has is what? Is a verb. Auxiliary verb. And the book is a noun. This is it. So I'm gonna repeat again. It is for animals and things. Okay, like it. If you want to talk about cat, dogs, etc. It is for things like, for example, bed, table. It. Okay. Now he is for a man, a boy. She is for a girl. Okay. But here in have, you are not going to she have. It's not correct. Grammatically, it's not correct. So now go. You have to strict. I mean, completely with a rule. You have, you have, we have, they have, I have, and had can be used by all of them, personal pronouns. Now we move to what? We move to the modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries include we have can, would, could, etc. So we have modal auxiliaries. We have can. What else? We have could, will, would, ought to, used to, etc. Ought to. So I'm going to stick with this only. Can, for example, this is an modal auxiliary. Am I, modal auxiliary. The rule here, if you say a word, if you want to state something, talk about something, you cannot add as. For example, if I say he run, we do not say run, we say runs. We always add as, he runs. But when we have a modal auxiliaries between he and even the personal pronoun and run, the run will not add s. It means s refer to he or she. Okay, the third personal pronoun. So we say, for example, he can run. Okay, we do not add s. No, we do not add s because we have a modal auxiliary between what? The subject and the verb. Okay, subject and the verb. You cannot add s. This is only the only situation, okay, or the only way that this rule is not acceptable. So that was all. I already explained the methodologies that deal with the translation and how it will harm our pupils in their lifelong learning. And I also explained the basic knowledge of the English language. I'm referring to auxiliary verbs and modal verbs. Thank you very much for your watching and see you for the upcoming videos.